good morning, good afternoon, or crafternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're viewing from. Welcome. This is Facebook Live number 101, and it is Sunday, September the 24th. I'm Dawn Burchett, and I'm glad that you're here. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love to ink everything up. I love inks, paper, stamps, and all that good stuff. So once again, I'm glad you're here. I have some fun projects for you today. And I just want to show off some pretties with you guys as you hop on and say hello. I thought I would start out with something a little bit prettier looking than what we do sometimes, right? Anyway, come on in, have a seat, join us. And if you do pop in kind of in the middle of things, just know that you can view it again here on my page, or you may also go to my blog and watch it there. Also on my blog at dawnscreativechalet.com, I'll have all the supplies that we're using today. And hey, Kristen, hello. Happy Sunday crafternoon to you. What was I going to say? Anyway, at my blog, you'll find the replay of this along with being subscribed to my YouTube channel. So make sure to do that as well if you have not already. I'd love to have you there as well as we do a little bit more with YouTube. And you know, this is episode number 101. I have been numbering these since I started. There's a long story to that, and we won't get into it, but I want to say thank you guys. Thank you. Because when I started doing this 101 episodes ago, I was not even at half the subscribers that I'm at today. So thank you. I so appreciate you guys. I'm glad that you like the content that I provide for you. And if there's anything that you would like to see, make sure to let me know. I try to do things that are a little bit on the easier, craftier side, so everybody can do them, right? We like things that are duplicatable and easy for all of you. Besides, I'm a lazy crafter, and even though I've been doing this for years, in fact, I think I've been a paper crafter since high school. That was yesterday. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm in my 50s. Let's just put it that way. So I've been a paper crafter a long time, so I'm pretty fussy with what I do use for my paper crafting. Maybe that qualifies me as a paper crafting snob. I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad that you're here. Come on in. And also, once again, like I said, all of the supplies for the projects that we will use today will be found on my blog. So if you have any questions there, or just reach out to me, I'm reachable all the time. And also my online store, I have my September host code. So if you guys see anything that you would love to purchase that you can't be without in your crafting arsenal, either contact me or go to my store. Either way, I appreciate you being a part of the chalet. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and go through some things. So first of all, before we get into what I normally do, which is some of my classes and stuff, I just wanted to show you guys these two things. So I just like literally 10 minutes ago created what was in my paper pumpkin box for September. Now I have to say I was a little bit bummed because I was expecting Halloween. Normally we have like these cute little Halloween treats. In fact, I still have the box sitting over there, ready to fill with treats from last year's paper pumpkin. I'm going to be giving out treats at Starbucks in October. We'll get to that in a minute, but just know if you're local, somewhat local to the Ludington, Michigan area, you will not want to miss coming to the Starbucks in October, the first Friday of the month, 12 to 2, because you're going to get a little treat along with making a free craft. So it's all good. It's just, I love fall. I'm an October baby. We're going to be celebrating my birthday. So just come on over. Even if you don't want to stamp, just come on over and say hi. Anyway, that got completely off tangent there. So I just wanted to show you what was inside the paper pumpkin box for September. Look at these. Aren't they the cutest thing ever. Now, what I did do with this that they did not supply in the paper pumpkin box, I decided to use Velcro, little, what do you want to call these? Velcro dots to keep the bag shut. But is that not the cutest thing? Wouldn't you want a little surprise in that bag? Isn't that gorgeous? And then there are these little, I think that they are, I'm gonna measure it because I'm not even gonna say it because I'll be wrong. They're about 3.5 by 3.5 inch cards, note cards, with beautiful matching envelopes that match the box. I mean, hey, right up my alley, you know me, matchy Dawn. So anyway, I just had to show them off. So I thought, why not, as you start to join, see something pretty instead of just the stuff, you know? So anyway, I wanted to show you that. And look at the box. Isn't that pretty? This, I don't know. I love pretty things. Can't help it. But anyway, even though I was disappointed that it wasn't Halloween per se, I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful month. And I hope that you were able to get a paper pumpkin for September. And for those of you that do subscribe with me, thank you so much. The other thing that I do want to show you, since I had it here, are these right here. Aren't these like the cutest? So this is that kit that I was telling you guys about that I had not seen yet. It was like missing in action. I don't know. It took a grand trip around the world before the box got to me. But nonetheless, it did arrive and I was able to assemble these. And this is our newest kit that is available in our kits collection that is available at my online store. These are something that you will not find in a catalog. So it's worth the trip just to check it out. You know, just poke around the online store and see what might grab your eye, grab your attention. Anyway, this is called Christmas Everywhere, and it's item number 162422. And it's $21. And in your kit, you will receive a cute little, let me see here. I got all the goodies. Cute little stamp set. Isn't that cute? I love the little trees in there to add to what is already pre-printed on the first layer of the cards. And then you get all these cute little things. Christmas Everywhere means that you can celebrate whether you're out west, down south, or in my neck of the woods, up north. Or you can mix it and match it all together. That's what I love about this kit. It's just so much fun. So you can do the Southwest or the Southern type of Christmas card. They also give you, of course, the dimensionals, which you guys know I love, and this cute little miniature ink pad that is in Lost Lagoon. And of course, color instructions and all the goodies to make it. But in this kit, you get to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 different designs for $21. And you get the envelopes to go with. And I believe that they are, whoops, I attached that, kind of funny. Anyway, the envelopes are pretty as well. So it makes it all worth it, right? Love all those little details. I'm a detail kind of girl. So anyway, I just want to make sure that I did show you those, talked about it just a little bit. Some people still may be new here at the chalet, so just like to fill you in all that good jazz. Okay, what's going on at the chalet along with all those goodies? So first of all, just want to mention Sip and Stamp at Starbucks, the first Friday of the month, which will be Friday, October 6th. So October is my birthday month, so we're just going to celebrate all month, which means that that'll be the day after my birthday. So come on over, enjoy a cake pop with me, and it's noon to 2, and we'll be making a free card. Woohoo! So, and like I said, I'll be giving out little treats for my birthday, Halloween treats. How fun is that? Also, the day after, on Saturday, October 7th, is a free virtual event put on by Stampin' Up, World Cardmaking Day. So come on and enjoy the day with me, celebrate with me. It's free for everybody, all my friends, all my customers, my family, and demonstrators alike. So it's a free afternoon of crafting from 2 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time, which would be 4 to 7 my time, Eastern Time. Again, on October 7th on Saturday. You'll just need to go to my online store and you can register there. They're asking for registration only because they want to make sure that you'll be able to find it. They'll need to email you a link. Yay! Happy birthday month. Hey, Kathy. Hello. How are you? Happy Sunday Crafternoon to you. Anyway, so that's going on. And then also into October, on October the 12th, Thursday, October 12th, is my creative card class. And that will be these pretties right here. So that will be going on Thursday, October the 12th at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., or 6:30 p.m. So come on over and join us for that. It's $25 or free with a minimum order. And then we also have into October on, let's see here, on the 26th, on Thursday the 26th. And actually, I'm not going to offer the 6:30 p.m. class because I'm going to head over to Mount Pleasant that evening. So it'll be actually just 10 o'clock or 1 o'clock. So I'm going to take the Sharpie. We're going to fix that right now. There, fixed, done. I am so techie, I tell ya. Anyway, so it'll be 10 o'clock or 1 o'clock. It'll be the Merry and Bright class. And I know that they're kind of a mess, but that gives you an idea. There you go. So this is a product class, so I'm praying that the product will be available when I order it. And it is going to be $39, and you'll receive a $5 coupon to use on any size order during the class. And I asked for prepayment in advance because I do have to order the products. And like I said, let's pray all products will be available at that time. It'll include DSP, your embellishment, and your ribbon. Whoop, whoop. So contact me for that. And speaking of the paper pumpkin that I was showing you, we have Home for the Holidays for the October. I had to think about that. For the October paper pumpkin. So usually for October and November, these 2 months, Stampin' Up does Christmas kits for that. So kind of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And we get a little extra freebie in there. Did you guys see that? Did you catch on to that one? We're going to get some glitter glue. This is the only way I like glitter, you guys. If it's contained with something that's sticky and doesn't go everywhere. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so I talked about World Card Making Day. Now, if you guys do not receive this, because I'm not really sure if they're sending this out as you register or how they're doing it. Either way, I believe I've pinned it in both my group on Facebook, if you're there. If you're not there, go ahead and join me over there as well. Or right here, I've pinned it, I believe. So if you're going to be part of World Card Making Day, they are using 3 bundles for that event. Now, you don't have to have these bundles. If you have other bundles on hand that you'd like to use, feel free. That's great. Substitute them. But if you already have them, or if you decide, well, I want to make my cards just like they do, then you'll want to grab these up. So there's Circle Sayings, Earth and Textures. These 2 are found in the annual catalog. And then we have this new one right here that I just purchased. And I was showing you guys this, I think, last week. There we go. Right there. Anyway, this is called Heartfelt Hexagon. Now, when you do look for this, for some reason, I don't know if they changed it. I did not check before I hopped on here. But under online exclusives, which we're going to talk about a little bit more in a second as well, I thought this would be in that area. But the last I knew, it was not. So if you go to the online store and do a search exactly for Heartfelt Hexagon to have that pop up for you, because it wasn't where I thought it was going to be located in the online store. I don't know why, because I was telling everybody, look under online exclusives, but it wasn't there. It was kind of floating on its own. I don't know, kind of different, weird. But anyway, in case you'd like to get it, do that search. It'll pop up for you. You can purchase it separately, but why wouldn't you not want that punch? It's like the perfect size for all the sentiments that are in the stamp set. It's awesome, and it's $37.75, so it's a really good price point. I love punches anyway. Like, punches are my thing. But anyway, with that being said, that's what we're going to be using on World Card Making Day. And then also, if you need them, reach out to me, let me know. But I would think that they would be sending this along. There are measurements for the 3 cards that they will be making on World Card Making Day. So again, if you want to duplicate them, these are what they're going to use as far as bits and pieces. You can cut them in advance, and then that way you're rocking and ready to go on World Card Making Day. I need to do that yet. Also, speaking again of the online store, the special releases are out. There are 5 new paper packs, and I did pop on here the other day, just kind of an impromptu live, because I had just received a box, woohoo, from the UPS guy. And anyway, I was showing them at that time, so I'm not going to do that again. If you guys want to see them, go ahead and scroll through a little bit, and you'll see where I talk about these 5 special, beautiful new papers. But if you also would like to just hop over to it, check it out yourself, you can quickly just go ahead and act like you're going to take a picture with your smartphone. That should take you right to these 5 beautiful new papers. Okay? All right. That was a lot of stuffs, but you know, we got to cover all those things, all the good things. All right, guys, are we ready to stamp? So today we are going to use, sorry, I kind of turned away from you so you couldn't hear me. We are featuring a bundle that I've fallen in love with because it's so easy peasy to play with. And that, I'm gonna move this up here, is this right here. Merriest Trees. I really have gone to taking a real liking to this bundle because it's so much fun. You can do a lot of really easy cards with it, which I loved. And I had kind of an epiphany with this set. I'm slow sometimes, you know, and I'll explain that in a second. But anyway, and I say that in a loving manner. I just have to laugh at myself because sometimes it takes me a few to catch on to things. But I kind of wish sometimes that we had a video with all of our bundles, especially when they come with dies, because sometimes we don't always know what all these dies do, right? Or I don't even know how to explain it, like what all the pieces do or make, or you know. Anyway, with that being said, it's a great bundle with a lot of dies. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little bits of a tree. So I was kind of trying to figure out, when I was seeing some beautiful creations from others with this bundle, why there was like this little stubby thing. Like then all of a sudden it's like, oh, the light bulb goes on. So I started to cut all the pieces because I kept thinking, how are people layering this tree and making it look so perfect? So with that being said, let me grab all my little bits and pieces here. I was like, oh, I get it now. Like I said, sometimes it takes me a while to warm up here, but I thought this was, whoops, I almost dropped the little guy. There we go. So when you cut out all those 5 little layers, for those of you who might not know, because you know, sometimes it just takes a visual. Like, I'm very visual. So I cut out all the pieces so you could see that you can layer the tree and make whatever you want for your tree. You can layer different colors. You can do different designers series, paper patterns, all those fun things with those 5 tree dies. Super cool. Like, oh! Also, there are dies to cut out the presents and the bark at the bottom of the tree, the stump, the bows for the presents, all kinds of fun things. I mean, and check out these cute little, now I didn't use them this time, but look at those cute little ornaments for your tree. Adorable. And of course, yes, there are dies for those. You can stamp them 3 times and cut them out triple the punch. So you have So you don't have to run one die through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine like forever, right? You can get the job done fast. I like that they've been doing that, 2, 3 of a die, so you get the job done fast. All right, along with this bundle, we are also going to use the stylish shapes. Now, the last I think that these are on low inventory. If you guys have not gotten these, oh my gosh, these are like my go-to for many of my cards. I know you guys who watch me on a weekly basis have seen me use these over and over and over, but they're the, I believe, yep, stylish shapes dies. Sometimes I call them other because I can never remember. And then also, here is something else that I just love. And again, they're basic shapes. These are the deckled triangles, so they look like they have a little deckled edge on them when you cut with them. They're so cool. So these are the 2 extra items along with this bundle that we're using today. Also, I couldn't decide. I know I want to use these for sure. So if you guys have seen the, oh my goodness, the suite just inside the mini catalog, which is called Merry and Bright. These are those funky, shiny discs that are in with the that whole suite. Really cool. And at first I was kind of like, they're okay. They're very, I mean, I love blingy things, but I just thought something about these was kind of weird until I started to use them. And I'm like, oh, I love you. I'm so sorry I said bad things about you. And then also, these would jive too with my projects. And I think I'm not sure if I use them on one or not. They're normally $8. I just put that on there so I can remember how much they are in case somebody asks me. I do not have a store. Like, we can't do that. Okay, anyway, these are the adhesive back sequins trio. And so they're just as easy to use. They have the adhesive on the back side. You just pop them on your projects and you have instant bam, right? Besides, I really like this here. Those pink ones really rock my socks. Okay, so I think, isn't that neat? I love it. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Grab some of my goodies. And I think we'll do this card first. I was like, where did the card go? It ran away. Oh, goodness sakes. Get all my little bits and pieces. Now, I have done a lot of the, in fact, all of the die cutting in advance. Ooh, static cling. It wants to stay inside the bag. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I've already done the die cutting for you. So first of all, because I don't think I made, oh, no notes. We're winging it today, you guys. That's going to be fun. You're in for a treat. Anyway, this is Melon Mambo. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. And then we have our liner, the inside piece, which is 4 by 5 1/4, and it is basic white. And we're going to go ahead and just stick that inside the card there. This is some of that beautiful designer series paper. I believe it's called Merry and Bright, which is in that suite in the front of the mini catalog. Beautiful bright colors. Like, this is right up my alley. So much fun. I cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. That's the back side of it, which is also very cheerful. So it's hard when they have really pretty paper because I just don't know which side I want to feature and what other side I need to put glue onto. Then the other thing that I did cut, this is 5 by 3 3/4. This is basic white. And I used the largest tree in the bundle. Now, don't get rid of these. Now, I decided instead of using the positive, I guess you'd want to call this the positive, I wanted to use the negative of that tree. So I'm keeping these for another project because I'm definitely going to use them for something. Ooh, the light in here is kind of weird, isn't it? I'm going to try to move that over a little bit. Anywho, what I'm going to do is use my other favorite thing ever, which is dimensionals. And we're just going to cover this, smother this, and love this with dimensionals. I know you guys can do this. Easy peasy, right? All right, because we don't want to be too skimpy on our dimensionals because we don't want our card to concave and not have evenness. Evenness, is that a word? Here we go again, you guys, me making up these funky words. Evenness around your card. And by the way, I was looking today, you're gonna laugh. I was looking to see like national holidays for the day. You know how they have all those fun, silly holidays? Today is National Punctuation Day, which is probably not the best day for me because, you know, me and all my isms and funny sayings. Whoa, this is sticking right to my nail. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that negative on top of that pretty paper. I have cut out already this cute little star that is part of the bundle. And it is stamped in crushed curry on basic white. And we're gonna stick it right on the top. And then, oh, where did, there it is. I'm like, oh no. I lost the other part of the tree. He just decided to run away across the table. So we're just gonna put him on with some glue dots here. So he doesn't look like he's just floating. He's actually got something to stabilize him. And then this is a strip of 5/8 of an inch, and it's just a scratch piece of paper. Ooh, and I need to get out that stamp. And this says, to you and yours. I figured that was kind of fun and festive. So, where did I put my blocks? Oh, they're right in front of me. Silly me. Happens every time, right? You guys know it happens to you, admit it. Okay, we're going to stamp with the Melon Mambo ink. And just light tappy tap tap taps, because otherwise you'll have a total mess. And I'm gonna trim that down, because obviously it's too long. Clean this up really quick. All right. Put that back so I don't lose it. I have learned, you guys, to take the extra couple seconds, clean your stamp, put it back. I have lost a couple of photopolymer stamps by not putting them back. And then my flooring is that kind of a grayish wood grain thing going on. And once a stamp drops onto the floor, it's a goner. There's no way to even find it. Unless I sit there on my hands and knees, crawl around and feel for it for hours. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I put this on dimensionals, I'm going to put a mini dimensional only on the left-hand side so that it balances out over on this end where I'm going to put just a little bit of seal. I hope that makes sense, because this white piece already has dimensionals on it. Make sure, again, I'm checking myself so I don't do a silly thing like I normally do. So I'm looking to put it on the left-hand side. Oops. And my seal, where did it go? There we go. Put a little bit of that on the end. And there you go. So we're almost done, but we need pretties. Let's see, I use the pink ones on this one. I thought that was so much fun. But let's go ahead. Let's use these blue ones. These will be fun. Oh yeah. Of course, with this paper, you can't go wrong. It's so colorful. No matter what you use on it, it's gonna go. And I'm just gonna go to town because I really want it to be blingy. If you know me, bling is my thing. Whoops. I was trying to stick that on upside down. No wonder why it wouldn't stick. All right, so that is card number 1. What do you guys think of that? So shiny and pretty, very festive. All right, now let's go ahead and jump into the next one, which is this card right here. Like I said, I love this DSP. I can't get enough of it. I keep using it and using it and using it. You're gonna get tired of seeing it by the time it's Christmas. Let's go through the pieces here. First of all, this is a piece of Poppy Parade cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4.25 inches. And then we have a piece of Basic White, which is cut at 4 by 5.25. Did you catch how I like hesitated there? One of those days. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get that stuck down on the inside. And then we have this beautiful designer series paper, that Merry and Bright, the whole suite. I love it. Anyway, and that's the other side of it, which is also very pretty. But we're gonna use this side. I love all the lights. So cool, so much fun. In fact, let's ask a question for those of you who are here. How many of you, when you decorate your tree, use colored lights, or are you a white lights kind of decorator? Colored lights or white lights? I wanna see. Go ahead. Let me know. Comment while we're creating. So this piece of DSP is cut at 4 by 5.25. And then I went ahead and I cut from the deckled rectangles, and we're gonna stamp directly onto this piece of paper, which I almost forgot I had to do. So we're gonna bring this over here. Because we are using photopolymer stamps, just remember when you stamp with them to have a cushion of some sort. I'm using my, I think they call it a Pierce mat in our annual catalog. Find my Big Daddy block here, and I'm gonna stamp this image first, and then we're also gonna use this one, which is really cool. So for the first color, we're going to use, excuse me, Granny Apple Green for the tree. You would think that this would be too light, but I was playing around with the other darker greens that we have, like Old Olive and the Shaded Spruce, and it was just way too dark. It was not what I was looking for. I'll go ahead and stamp this on here like so. Ta-da! And then I'm going to mix the Granny Apple Green with Shaded Spruce. I'm going to go ahead and clean this first. All right, so we have white lights, and then we have Kristen. She says both. Whoops, what am I doing? I'm looking for my cleaner here. I'm not paying attention. So it's kind of half and half on the decorative side, whether it's white lights, colored lights. I guess it depends for me, like where I'm decorating. On my main tree, I like white lights, but otherwise in other areas of the house, it's kind of fun to decorate with colored lights. I guess it just depends on, whoops, the type of decor I'm using and where it's being used at. Okay, so this one is a lot of fun. It kind of brings your tree to life. And this is, again, Shaded Spruce. Say that 10 times fast. There we are. And we're gonna go ahead and try to line this up without putting my head in your vision. There we are. Close that before we have a mishap. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? So Shaded Spruce and Granny Apple Green. I thought were pretty fun for that combination. And then I need, let's see here, going to need, I believe, Poppy Parade. Like I said, I got to put these back so I don't lose them buggers. And I need a different block. I love these. They stick so well to our blocks. The thing is though, if you do ever have a problem with your photopolymer stamps not sticking to your blocks, 9 times out of 10, they probably are looking like mine. I need to throw mine in the dishwasher. Sometimes I even wash them with Windex. I know that sounds really goofy, but I do. Anyway, they go great in the dishwasher to get all the gunk off. So this is Poppy Parade. Woo! And then we are going to use the decorative circle punch, I believe is what it's called. Clean that off really fast. All right, there we go. And where did it go? Right here. Decorative circle punch. This, I believe, is on low inventory. This is a great punch. Kind of like that new hexagon, heartfelt hexagon punch. I love this because it's big and beefy. It takes up, whoops. Did I do that okay? Yeah, well, let's do that again. That looked kind of wonky. I just got all excited and stuff. We'll do it again. All good. Anyway, it's big, beefy. It takes up some real estate on your card, which, I don't know, I kind of dig that. All right, there we go. Now let's try the punching again. This time pay better attention to things here, Dawn. Get with the program. Okay, there we go. That is much better. And then we're going to go ahead and assemble. Anyway, what I was saying is I love when there's bigger sentiments and things like bigger punches and things to take up the real estate on your card. And I just noticed I did something a little goofy, but that's okay because we're stampers and we can figure it out and jerry rig anything. So we're going to do this. I meant to stick these two things together, the DSP and this, and then go ahead and wrap the ribbon around, yada, yada. But, like I said, we're going to fix it. If I can find my seal, which is in front of my face. We're going to put a little bit of seal on each side. This is my way of doing what I call it cheating with a bow, because usually if I just wrap it around and try to tie a bow, this whole thing ends up being too loose and then it doesn't look right. It looks wonky on my card. There we go. So we're just going to do that. That's good right there. And then put some dimensionals on the back side of this guy. Anywho, so I like when things take up some space because I got a thing with too much white space. I don't know. It's my thing. Whoop. And did you see I did get my nail repaired? Kinda. At least I can use my thumb now. That hurt like a son of a gun, I tell you. Okay, we're going to center this on the card. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick this down with adhesive. I don't think I want this popped up as well. It might be too much, especially if we want to put it into the postal service. And they're so fussy anymore. They just don't get us paper crafters and that we like to zhuzh it up. And then I'm going to take, I've already tied my bow. This, by the way, is beautiful. And it is, I believe, also with that Merry and Bright suite of product. And it is, what is this called? Iridescent ribbon. Love this stuff. It's so pretty. And it goes very well with the iridescent dots that we'll decorate our tree with in a second. And the other tree that I decorated with, those dots just make me happy. Okay, so I'm trying to decide. Should I put it here? Or should I put it that way? That'll cover the tree though, so we don't want to do that. So it's going to go right there. And then I need my pretty funky iridescent adhesive dots. Well, yeah, Kathy, well, I did have a pink tree, by the way. I did. I love my pink tree. I kind of miss it, but I've gone, you guys, this is so unlike me, but I started to go traditional with my Christmas colors for decorating in this little tiny house. I just thought it was like more appropriate for the space. I don't know why, but I just did. So I actually have a normal tree. It's not a pink tree. Maybe if I ever get a chance to build my dream home, I'll have several trees and I'll be able to have my pink tree back. Anyway, this is card number 2. What do you guys think of that one? And again, look at those shiny little dots. They just make me happy, and it just adds a little extra pop to the card. Okay, wow, we are cruising right along. We're in card number 3, the last card of the day. And then what I'm going to have you guys do is vote. Vote on which card is your favorite. Pressure is on, you guys. Okay, so let's see here. This piece is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, and it is crushed curry. What a fun, happy color. And then there are 2 pieces of basic white. They're both the same, cut 4 by 5 1/4. One is going to go on the inside, the other is going to go on the outside. So let's go ahead and get this one out of the way by putting it on the inside for our little liner. And oops, all these little pieces here. So then this is going to be my first layer on my card base. Again, 4 by 5 1/4. And like so. I'm sorry, I'm pausing for a second because I'm going to need cheat sheets here on the measurements of my DSP. And I did write those down. First of all, this is a piece of crushed curry, once again. And this is cut at, whoops, almost dropped my cheat sheet. 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So this is what we're going to work on to glue our designer series paper pieces to it and then layer it onto the card. So I'm going to move that out of the way. We're going to use more of this awesome paper. We have this piece, which will be towards the right. This is cut at 1 3/4 by 3. And then the other 2 pieces are cut at 1 1/8 by 3. And they are going to layer like so. So again, I know I've done this, I think last week or the week before, where we used up our scraps. So this is a great way to use up scraps and mix and match. And if you're one of those people like me that get bored making the same card 50 times to give out at Christmas, this is a great way to use up the stuff and give yourself a change while you're making all the cards. So you're not looking at the same thing 50 times, I guess is what I'm saying. I've also pre-cut a little Christmas gift that I stamped in crushed curry. And then we have the bottom of the tree, the bark. And this is stamped in fact, I forgot to tell you on the last card, they are both stamped in early espresso and cut with the die. And then this is from the Stylish Shapes. We're going to put the sentiment on that. And this is one of the smaller tree shapes that I'm going to use as an actual full tree. And then of course we need a star on our tree. And this is crushed curry that I use the die, the star die with, that's in that whole bundle. All right, so now we need to do some assembling some gluing together of all the parts. And I think what I'm going to do, check out this fun paper. It's so cute. I am going to use the green glue. I'm trying to use, as I was told, use less, less is more, and you won't get it all over your fingers, they say. So let's try this. The nice thing, though, I have to say about the multi-purpose liquid glue, or as I call it, green glue, it's a habit thing from years gone by, is that it does give you time to move things around before it sets. Whereas when you use seal and you stick that puppy down, you know it's down. Like, there's not a lot of forgiveness there unless you really haven't sealed it down, so to speak. Sealed it down with seal, get it? Ha ha ha. I crack myself up. Oh dear. Okay. I'm also going to wait on the star. Yeah, let's do some stamping next. I'm going to grab shaded spruce and move that aside for a minute. And I want to use the sentiment, hoping your home is filled with the spirit of the season. I like that. So I'm gonna grab that, find my block, stick it on like so, and again, don't go too heavy with the pressure, especially with these little words, because you'll have a heck of a mess on your stamp. Ooh, that turned out pretty good. Woohoo! Good job, Dawn. Do you ever talk to yourself when you stamp? Am I the only one? Please tell me no. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a glue dot on the top of the, I want to say stem. It's not a stem, Dawn, but you know what I mean. The bottom of your tree. There we go. We're going to stick that on just like so. And then what I'm going to do is attach this with some dimensionals once again. Oh, come on, thumb, don't fail me. And I'm going to put this right in the middle-ish between these two pieces of DSP. And then for my sentiment, I think I'm going to go ahead and use dimensionals on that as well. One for either end and one in the middle. Oh my goodness, I'm so struggling. There we go. And then we're going to center that on the bottom. I'm going to take my seal, and we're just going to stick the present down. And then, let's see here. I think we'll use a glue dot for the star. That'll be easy peasy. There we go. And then of course we need to decorate it. Grab my Picket tool. Whoops, and I also need to grab our card base back. Oh, let's see, let's do the green on this one. The green is kind of pretty. Haven't had a chance to use these. So there we go. How fun is that? That totally makes that tree look so festive. And then we're gonna go ahead and attach this entire piece onto that first layer with dimensionals. You know, I'm gonna try something that somebody did on a, I don't know. I was watching them and I'm like, you know, that is really brilliant. And why didn't I try that sooner? Isn't that cool? Whoop. There we go. Ta-da! A lot easier than struggling with my thumbnail, right? So another reason that you need the Take Your Pick tool. I'm gonna go ahead, make sure that this is opening the correct direction so I don't make another backwards card. And there we go. Yay, that was fast. So here are today's 3 cards. We'll do this. There we go. There we are. I don't know, what do you guys think? Which is your favorite? Left, middle, or right? Go ahead and give me a vote. And while you're doing that, I'm catching up on what you guys are saying here. That is too funny, Kathy. Yeah, I get asked that too. And then sometimes I'm like, I'm just making an executive decision with myself in my craft room. I am my own boss, so someone's got to tell me what to do, and I guess the best to do that. I don't know. Anyway, I hope that you guys had fun this afternoon with me. I sure did enjoy having you here with me. And if you don't have this in your craft stash, I don't know. I think it's a pretty good bundle. And I've had a lot of fun creating with this. It's kind of addictive, the whole thing with the big tree, because it takes a lot of real estate on your card, which makes it a lot of fun because you don't have to do a whole lot to make a really pretty card for your BFF or family, friends, all that good stuff. So anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Just let me know. Or if you want, leave me a message on my blog. I can answer through there as well. But thanks again for being here on this Sunday Crafternoon. And I will see you next week, next Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, right here at the Chalet. Thanks again, you guys. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.